It's that little gay talk show. Houston's hot mess of a podcast. A funny but thoughtful look at the LGBTQIA+ community.
Welcome. It's that little gay talk show. Of course, I'm your host, Joel Tatum.
And I'm Julio Briseño.
And we got a cooking episode. We got another cooking episode.
Bitch, I was not
Julio was not
lying to y'all when I said
he was not lying.
Moving forward, we're only doing cooking shows.
Well, we're not going to do all cooking shows.
I said what I said, and I meant it. Period. Per kitty.
Yes, it's so nice to have someone coming in the house and cook for you.
Okay.
And
we're at my house today, by the way.
We're having a romantic dinner. Not us, because we not,
I can't stand her.
I can't stand her either. All she does is yell. All she does is yell at me.
It really do.
All she does, every time I see her, she just
ain't shit.
You ain't shit. Get your shit together.
I don't even like you.
And then the same thing. And then when we get ready to do the show, then we act like we've been besties for like years. For years,
it's like since birth. Joel, should we? Okay, now should we introduce who we have with us in the studio today?
Oh, no, they're just here to cook. I don't know. I don't even know who these people are.
They were hired help. We found them on the corner, hired them.
Like some groceries.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, we have, who do we have today? Introduce yourself.
I'm Chris Legacy, co-owner of Legacy Events Catering. This is my fiance.
I'm Joey Cantu, also co-owner.
She's the head bitch in charge. Get it? I got it. So walk us through. What are we doing today, Joey? What are we doing, Chris? What's cooking? What's prepping?
First thing we're going to do, we're going to get you some bruschettas together. We already pre-prepped them. So basically what's in them, you got tomatoes.
Y'all got
tri-colored tomatoes.
Y'all got charcuterie boards by chance? Charcuterie board?
We were going to bring those.
But what happened?
Set up.
What, your bank account or the charcuterie board?
The charcuterie board.
Got it.
So he's gonna get these together for us. These are our bruschettas. We basically just toasted little bread circles. The mixture is the tomatoes. It's like tricolor tomatoes. We use quarter cup balsamic vinegar, quarter cup olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and chopped up basil. That's basically all it is.
Yeah, and it's a vegan, so it's a vegan dish.
Yes,
nice.
It's a vegan dish. We don't promote it as vegans because then we get a lot of non-vegans that are like,
ew,
it's vegan. So we don't promote it as vegan. But you want to start putting them together?
Yeah.
The super easy. All you do is just basically put them on a piece of bread. So you put it on a piece of bread, on a piece of cracker. Use them as dip for like pita chips. But this is the best way we found that they taste best. This is actually one of our top sellers of our in our catering thing.
Oh, really?
Weddings or little parties or events.
For those that don't know, Chris, what is it that you do? What kind of company do you have? What kind of events do you host?
So we run a catering company. We do a lot in the LGBT community. We've done a lot of the events for like Eagle. We've done Mary's, Buddies. We've had stands at markets. So we're coming up on our third year in October. We started off very small. We started off doing like lunch plates.
Okay.
When I was working in the medical field.
Okay.
So I was just making lunch plates, and then I was like, well, I can do this as a living.
Yeah.
And since he has a background of restaurant managing.
Managing for about 10 years.
About 10 years.
Restaurants. And then when I met him, he's a really good cook.
Okay. You were impressed. You were impressed, girl?
So yeah, that's how we met. And
is that how he got to your heart? Was through your stomach?
That's how I got to her pets.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Let me tell you something. If you cook me a meal, you can easily get into these pants real quick. In fact, you'll get into them maybe not right after the meal.
Just send me a bowl of cereal.
Depending on what we do, and I might have to need 24 to 48 hours to get everything out before we do what we need to do.
Now, if people want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
So we have, we don't have a website yet. We do have Instagram, Facebook. You can find us at Legacy Events Catering.
Point down to yourself. Point down like this, and I'm going to put the link right there.
It's right here. Legacy Events Catering. It's on Instagram, Facebook. Our email is legacyfoodcatering@gmail.com. You could, send us emails there. You could DM us. If you know our phone numbers, you could text us or call us. Those who do know our phone numbers. Either one of us will answer. Me, myself, or Joey. We've done anywhere from like 150-person weddings to like I've done private chef things for like a family of 4. So we do all kinds of stuff from like small.
Where did all this start? The cooking passion? Where the
So I liked cooking just as a teenager.
Gotcha.
I used to watch Rachel Ray. 30-Minute Meals.
She's a big influence on a lot of people. I've noticed that. Yeah.
I used to watch Sarah Lee.
Girl.
The one that drinks all the time. Her. Paula Deen.
She's a drunk.
But that's how I started. I was just experimenting at home as a teenager.
Nice.
And then it really didn't start like.
And that's when your parents. When your parents knew you were gay. Yeah. Got it.
Until I started cooking for myself as an adult. Then I was like, okay, let's try this. Let's try that.
So you were very experimental early on, and that's what got your passion started for this.
Then all my friends, my family were like, oh, we love your cooking. Everybody would always love my cooking or would want me to cook something for them. So I was like, well, what
was the aha moment or the switch moment where you said, I can turn this into a business? This is going to be something I can...
Yeah, exactly. That, and I was like, well, let me try just doing lunch plates.
Yes.
For my job. Because I been working in the medical field for like 7-8 years already.
And you were offering nurses, doctors, and all that home-cooked meals, fresh, warm, bitch.
Exactly. So I would prep everything, wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, prep everything, get it together. And then since he would be off on the days we do it, I'd have him finish cooking it and bring it to my job.
Nice.
So when I started off, I think I was doing maybe 5-7 plates from like my coworkers.
Right.
And then it went into like a full
word of mouth spread throughout the whole unit.
Like for the whole department and stuff.
That's a whole lot of people.
Okay, you were charging for this, right? You weren't like going, hey,
no.
Occasionally I'll make y'all a meal, but I'm not going to do it all the time.
We were doing depending on what I was cooking, a lot of times it would something easy with chicken. I would do salmon sometimes or pork chops, but it would range from $8 to $10. So you get a whole cooked meal for $10.
Nice.
And
in the medical field, they're not used to that. They're used to cafeteria food. Exactly. They were used to ordering out, and then here you come along. I can make you a fresh cooked meal for the same price.
Exactly. And you still have leftovers to take home.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I was doing that, and then when the pandemic came in 2020, they let everybody go. So I'm like, well, good thing I have my catering business that I started building. So even though we were at home, we would still make lunch plates because nobody was going out to restaurants. Nobody wanted to drive anywhere. So I
order food sometimes from some friends that reach me. Hey, you want to order?
I will say this: during quarantine, there were a lot of my friends who were offering plates online on Facebook. And they would tell you to just come and get it. I had one friend who was making who would make quarts and gallons of gumbo for you for a certain amount, and you can have gumbo for days.
That's exactly what we did.
So
we were bored at home. I told them, we have a catering business. Let's keep our name out there so people don't forget about us. And so we would make lunch once a week. We would do gumbo. We would do rice bowls, chicken teriyaki bowls. We did enchiladas. We did everything. Enchiladas. We did crawfish when crawfish season was here. Crawfish here. Last year we did 2 whole sacks of crawfish in one day. But
it was just a way of getting our name out there.
And it worked.
When the whole pandemic happened, we're like, we have to keep on going.
Yeah. Exactly.
Keeping our name in people's minds.
Because when we started, we took off really good with these blessings. We did really good with it.
You had a steady income. You had a steady business during the pandemic, which was hard for a lot of people. That's nice. Because I remember even some friends of mine reached out, and I didn't know you guys at that time. I don't think I did. But I had other people reach out. Hey, do you want to buy a plate? Hey, come through. Hey, I'll buy it.
You know what, Julio? I'm starting to see a theme here. I don't know if you're starting to see the theme.
Which is
every time, whether it's the chefs that we've talked to, whether it's the artists that we've talked to, whether it's the drag queens we've talked to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Quarantine seems to be when everybody broke out. Quarantine is when everybody, and it's the same thing. Well, we had to hustle. I was bored at home. I needed to find something to do, and
that's true.
We did this and that, and blah 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 blah. So I love the fact that out of quarantine, we're getting so much interesting stuff coming out of quarantine.
A lot of new passions came out.
A lot of new passions,
jobs, a lot of new hobbies, a lot of because
time on your hands, and then you also don't want. Especially for the people who did have small businesses, you don't want to be forgotten, and then
exactly.
You don't have a business no more.
Heck yeah!
And we did what we did.
And during the pandemic, when I almost quit the show, when I almost shut down the show, because I was going to shut down the show, I was like, there's nothing going on, and I don't have anything.
Why didn't you?
Watching everybody during the pandemic hustle and do their thing. That's when I was like, you know what? We're going to figure out a way to do this.
Period.
So I'm loving the theme of it.
Because I started getting lazy. I'm like, I don't want to cook. And then we're at home, so we're just. Then you get lazy, and then he was like, no. Like,
we all went through that.
We need to come up with something, each dish, each week, so that way people don't forget about it. Enough people didn't forget. So once the people slowly started coming out, having parties, events, we were the main ones.
Well, just to let y'all know and to let everybody know that's out there, we got a couple in the kitchen.
We sure do.
So we gonna get interesting. We might get a little deep and dirty.
Real quick though, what you got over there, Joey?
So y'all get ready for that.
So these are the bruschettas I was speaking about earlier before I was really interrupted.
By who were you interrupted?
These are we did toasted breads, our bruschetta mix. Like I said, it's tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and basil. That's it. It's so simple. It looks really sophisticated and hard to make. Super simple. Anybody can make it at home.
Nice.
I think a lot of people, especially, I'm a single man, but I still I have learned to love to cook at home, and it's something about presentation. When I'm sitting down to binge whatever it is I'm binging on Netflix or Hulu, there's something about having pretty food in front of me.
I just love to hit the button.
I'm like, you know what?
That's one thing I've always said. I mean, me that I've managed, one of my big things is I tell everybody, you eat with your eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very
you
true.
Eat with your eyes.
Food needs to look good. Everything I do, it just has to happen.
And I've worked in restaurants for about 20, 25 years. I've been a bartender. I've been a waiter. I've managed a little bit, but I realized that that's too much
not
work.
For me. I learned early on. That's not my life.
That's not my life. My life is not staying in some restaurant. I'm sorry. I like to get out and meet. I like to have friends. I like to occasionally have sex with people.
No, occasionally. The other day.
Can we start cooking now? Please?
No, and I think that's the one thing I like about what I do, because I never worked in a restaurant industry. I never was a waiter, and I did this on my. And I
feel lucky. Feel very lucky.
I think that's what's cool. I did go to culinary school.
Yeah.
I went to Johnson & Wales, which is one of the most prestigious culinary schools in the United States.
Nice.
In Miami.
Yeah, in Miami. So, come my second semester, I was looking at all these students that were wanting to pursue the career in the restaurants and everything. And I'm like, you're basically slaving away, and you're not cooking food you want to cook. You're cooking food for somebody else.
Yes.
You're slaving away, and that's what really I'm like. Is this really for me? And so
you questioned it.
Yeah, I questioned it. I dropped out. And because I didn't want to be there and lose the passion of what I love to do, of cooking and everything. So I dropped out, and then I slowly started getting back into just
more at your level, what you wanted to do.
Doing what I wanted to do. So I'm not cooking somebody else's food or being yelled at behind a line.
Girl, you better consider yourself lucky. You don't have to go through all that shit.
But the thing is that, like I said, I've been working in the kitchen or on the floor.
Same here. I've had at least over 15 years restaurant experience, front and back of the house.
So the chefs that work back there, they work hard. They do their thing.
Half of them were assholes.
All of them are assholes.
Oh, yeah.
All of them are assholes.
To be honest.
But I loved them. We can grab a drink later.
That's how a lot of them are in the kitchen. Outside the kitchen.
They're cool as fuck. Yeah, they're cool as fuck. You're like, wow, you're nicer.
But when it comes down to getting down to business, it's business.
Oh, yeah.
And if you take it personally, you should never.
Right? Bitch, when their power trips winning,
You're cooking, that's how I am.
When I'm prepping,
the servers go out of
going for an event.
servers would tell each other, oh, she's pissed. Don't go in there.
Don't sit here and try to bully me and try to tell me what to do.
Girl.
I tell her, get out of the kitchen.
Bye. Don't talk to me. Don't look in my direction. Don't breathe.
Pet peeve.
Yeah.
He does it all the time. Is when I'm cooking or he'll come pick a food. Oh, bitch. There's been so many times I have to catch myself from throwing hot sauce in his face.
Fans, I have to try it.
Right.
Make sure it's good.
She is, what's that called? Quality
assurance. Quality assurance. It's called a quality assurance coordinator.
Okay. Handing my food.
That's your new title. Quality assurance.
No, that's not a new title. That's what that's the person on the line who gets the plates together and make sure the plates look good before they go out.
Exactly.
The food looks the way it's supposed to taste. They're the expo. They're supposed to make sure everything tastes good.
Like, here, try this. Make sure.
Like, no. I want it from here.
Don't come while I'm cooking. Dig your hand in the sauce.
Fuck your spoon.
And there's a spoon right next to his hand. He couldn't use that. Let's finish this.
Yeah. Okay. No, we're good. We're doing great.
These are the bruschettas. I gave you all the ingredients for that. Now, what we do.
By the way, if you give me if you want, some people are personal about their recipes. And if you want to share that recipe, I will post it. If you give me the ingredients, I'll post it next to.
Not a problem. Our secret ingredients we don't bring to camera.
Period.
But
I think Julio's dog is in love with me.
He's not a dog person. So Annie's
not
on the ground. No, she's not. But she's just sniffing him out.
But she's sniffing me. She's licking my legs.
My Jenny girl.
I think she's in love with me, and I'm like, this is not unusual though. Animals.
So we're gonna end the show right here.
Yeah, exactly, because we need to eat.
Cut. Technical difficulties.
So Julio, why don't we try one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, before we do, so how we finish them off, we do a balsamic reduction. You want to show us a reduction real quick? So this is the reduction we use. It's like a balsamic syrup.
It's a glaze.
Glaze. You can find it at HEB.
Okay, it's accessible.
It's always going to be by balsamic vinegar.
Okay,
it's like 5-6.
By the way, in case you're in places where there is it, you can just find it at any grocery store.
At a regular store.
In the Italian
by the condiments.
By the condiments,
all the figures and stuff. They're usually like 5-6 bottles. Everybody thinks it's so expensive.
No, it's not expensive. It is not expensive at all.
All we do is just drizzle it over the bruschettas. Good. Now, there's different type of bruschettas. So these kind of bruschettas you could do like with goat cheese in it. You could do.
I've had those.
These are so good. Yeah, you can do a crumble feta.
I've had some with garlic, with whole garlic cloves.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could basically do bruschettas.
A lot of people pronounce it bruschettas. It's so good.
Okay, you know what? It's American. That's what we do.
There you go.
We mispronounce everything. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna try one.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all.
Yes, queen.
Y'all need to be here. If y'all were here, y'all could.
Moving forward, chefs only, catering only. Hit me up. Slide in my DMs.
Everybody, cheers. Cheers.
Girl. There's a pandemic, and I want to cheers with you guys. That's cute. It's sweet. There's a sweet hint to it. I like it.
That's that glaze.
The glaze is the sweetness to it.
Is there any fruit in it?
Tomatoes. Tomatoes is the fruit.
Technically, yeah. You smart, Chris. You
It's
smart.
like super simple, but it tastes
Tomatoes are fruit.
super sophisticated.
Yes, chef. Tomato is the fruit.
If you want to show up and show out to a party,
right?
Take that. People fall in love with it.
Is there a way to do, in case, for those of you who don't like tomatoes, which is, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Y'all hear like slipping,
is there any way to do it
in the background?
Tomatoes, maybe do it with different ingredients?
So we also do bruschettas. There's one we do with figs. We do a goat cheese smear. We mix the goat cheese with ricotta.
Okay.
Ricotta and honey. Mix it and then spread it on the toast. Chop up some figs, put figs on top, and arugula. drizzle it with some olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of bruschettas you can do, but those are our two favorites ones.
Mm-hmm. My goodness. Okay. I think we have some technical. What's going on, Julio?
My turn to have technical difficulties.
Are we having some technical difficulties?
Please.
Okay. Did you get it? Well, we're still doing the podcast, so.
This is so good.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have Julio. While you fix that, I'm gonna have one more because this is delicious. This is really delicious. And by the way, I think Julio will put up the recipe for it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Julio can put up the recipe for it later.
And you don't have to use tricolored tomatoes like I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do it just for presentation.
Mm-hmm.
When I first did it, I did it with just regular cherry tomatoes, chopped them up, mixed them in the dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Because bruschetta is actually
Yes,
a very quick dish you can make.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
If you just want a snack, sit in front of the TV and have a snack and a glass of wine.
Super fast.
Exactly.
It's super fast, and I do love a little goat cheese.
Yeah.
I do. I love goat cheese.
But not a lot of people love goat cheese. That's why I noticed once I started cooking, I'm like, how do y'all not love goat cheese?
Goat cheese is amazing. Goat cheese is amazing. But you could use mozzarella, Parmesan, whatever you want to use. Use just whatever your favorite type of cheese is. Just use it because it's amazing snack before dinner, anytime after dinner, if you just want something. And it's you can make it as super healthy as you want to. Mm-hmm. You really can.
There's another dish we do. We didn't bring it today, but it's our Caprese Skewers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We do the little marinated mozzarella balls. They're like this big, cherry tomatoes, put it all on a skewer with basil, and then use that same drizzle, the glaze, the balsamic glaze, and just put it over it. Mm-hmm. And you have Caprese Skewers.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
What are we going to do next? What's the next step?
What's the next step?
So the next dish we're making, we're going to do some shrimp scampi.
Ooh.
Now, it's a fancy one. It's a good one for a date night. So if you want to cook for like your partner, your wife, your husband, it's a good dish. It's super easy. A lot of people think it's really hard. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to put a couple tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. Let for it to get hot. The first thing we're going to cook out of this is the shrimp. The shrimp only take a few minutes. Mm-hmm. They take, 1 minute on one side, the other minute on the other side. Mm-hmm. Usually you can season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder. I like to use Creole seasoning and salt and pepper. Mm-hmm. I just like the flavor of it.
Yeah.
Well, if you're honestly in Texas, if you're not using Creole seasoning,
where you at?
Where you at then? Where are you?
You're at the river. Where you at?
Between Texas, Louisiana, and maybe a little further east, Alabama and the rest. Every cabinet has Creole seasoning in it. Okay. I don't care what culture you are. You have Creole seasoning in the cabinet in Texas. So.
I'm over here hypnotized by the whole cooking process. We never had it up this close.
No, and all these dishes are like really fast.
So what did you just put in there?
So that's salt. I just did some cracked pepper and salt with the Creole seasoning.
And this, by the way, is all-purpose Creole seasoning.
Yeah. They've used a bunch of different Creole seasoning. I used Zatarain's. I've used Parmic. I found this one,
the HEB,
the all-purpose Creole one. To me, that's my favorite one that I use. I use that for everything. I made, what did I make the other day? I made gumbo the other day. I used that. It came out so good.
Nice. That's very nice. That's very nice.
You're just going to let this shrimp cook about 1 minute on each side. Then we're going to pull them out, and then we're going to make the sauce for the pasta and everything. Okay. We have our pasta already pre-boiled. You can use anything. Spaghetti, angel hair, linguine, fettuccine. My favorite one is just the linguine, because I feel it's like a mix between spaghetti and fettuccine.
Okay, so it's not as thick or as wide, but
it's not as.
So you're a size queen, is what you're saying.
That's cute. I think
size.
Clearly.
I think linguine's actually whole cream sauce is better than most pasta.
Yeah.
I think if you have a heavy sauce that's very tomato based.
Valid question. So for people that don't like using regular pasta, does wheat pasta work the same way? Vegetable pasta? Okay.
Vegetable pasta, wheat pasta, zucchini pasta. zucchini pasta. I've done it with zucchini pasta. Yeah, I've done it with the shredded zucchini. It's really good. Really good.
It is amazing.
I have the little shredder too. To cut the.
I mean, they already have it shredded.
Yes, they do.
And honestly, I do not like zucchini in any way, shape, or form. But I had zucchini pasta. It was amazing.
Yes. Oh yeah. I've made it
so
before.
good. So good.
The weird thing about zucchini, though, a lot of people don't realize it lets out a lot of water.
It does.
So the first time I made it with spaghetti, and I served myself like, this is a really watery sauce.
It really is.
I thought it was a sauce until I realized it was.
Now, zucchini has a lot of water.
So a good tip
it retains.
to get rid of like the water. Before you cook the zucchini, lay it out, sprinkle some salt on it.
All to dry.
On top.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The salt pulls the water out of zucchini, and the paper towel soaks up the water.
Nice.
And then when you're ready to cook it, you don't get all this wet zucchini.
That's nice.
Wet ass zucchini?
Wet ass zucchini.
Wow.
All right.
You're welcome.
So the shrimp have been cooking. I've been stirring them around as we're talking. They're basically done. So what we're going to do, we're just going to pull them out, put them back in the bowl. And then we're going to make the sauce.
And just to save them some time, I bought the ones that were already deveined and shells off because I didn't want... Girl, we would have been here till...
For like 6 a.m.
6 a.m. pulling out
and it's 3 p.m. as we speak.
And deveining them. Oh, good Lord.
Okay.
Although, you know what? They are bigger shrimp and they're delicious.
You came in clutch, Joe. We'll say that.
But you have to put a lot of work into that. So if you're okay with that, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, if you're okay with that, that's fine.
But I still like to use fresh shrimp if I possibly can. I don't like to use frozen that much. But I like to use fresh shrimp as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, fresh shrimp, it looks huge until you defrost it and cook it, and then it shrinks down to almost nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So we still have that flavoring in it. Let me turn this
like
on.
penis, right? Like penis shrimp.
Oil.
Would you say shrimp is like penis? It just like once you...
No, I guess it
shrinks to nothing.
Once it's frozen and hard, it looks big, and then when it shrinks, when it's soft.
You realize that
you freeze your penis?
I'm sorry.
What kind of a monster are you?
No, what makes it worse is your husband is standing right next to you, girl. Don't do that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Because people are going to be looking
Not the shrimp dick.
People are going to be wondering, wait a minute, is he talking about his husband?
No.
Joey's like...
Joey, make sure you look at the camera.
Joey's like...
No. No,
Disclaimer.
he is not talking about me.
All right, so
he's talking about those other hoes.
Disclaimer.
Me.
Added, one chopped shallot. If you don't have shallot, you can add onions. Onion works just as perfect. We have 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. The recipe only calls for 3, but I love garlic, so
hit her up.
Get what you get.
And that's freshly cut, freshly minced. Yes.
You're gonna cook that a little bit.
Now, just like with Chef Brumley, how long do you cook the garlic until it's slightly brown, till it's fragrant?
Onions, you just fragrant. Make sure the onions are translucent. You're going to go to the next step. So, you want to hand me the knife? So once that is translucent, you cook it for a few seconds. You're going to want to add your not that. Don't listen to me. Your wine. So it'll pick up all the little bits from the shrimp that you were cooking, anything that's stuck to the pan. That wine will pick it up. So if you can't drink your wine, don't cook with it.
Okay. Thank you.
I've always been. You find it at the dollar store, wherever you find
you know what? I thank you for that bit of advice, because I always thought that if you want to cook with white wine, you just buy some cheap ass wine that you will never drink and call it a day.
And I learned that the hard way, because I'm like, well, I'm not going to I don't feel like drinking wine today, but the recipe calls for wine. So let me just get this one. It was horrible. So what I did, I just chugged maybe a few chunks of the wine. I would say like half a cup to 3/4 of a cup. It smells so good.
It smells
and it smells real good, but you got to let the alcohol cook out of the wine a little bit.
Why?
Trust me, when you're eating it, you don't want that alcohol flavor. It's horrible.
I know. And most people, and the funny thing is that most people don't realize that when you cook with wine or any other alcohol, when you cook with it, it's going to burn off the alcohol. What you want is the flavor from the alcohol, not the actual alcohol.
Exactly.
Content. So you're not going to get drunk, especially for those who might be not drinking or whatever. You're not going to get drunk. There's not going to be any liquor in it. what you're getting is the flavor.
Exactly. You're just getting the flavor. So we did the wine. You're going to let the alcohol cook off a little bit. So basically you're letting it, when I say reduce, meaning let it steam out a little bit. You're going to want to throw maybe half a stick of butter in. You're going to save a little bit of butter for the very end because it'll help make the sauce velvety and smooth. So I used about half a stick of butter. At this point, you can throw in your lime zest. I zested 1 lemon, and I juiced 1 lemon. So you can throw in your lemon zest.
Yes.
Around.
That's freshly grated.
Freshly.
Now, if you're cooking for somebody, they'll smell this from the other room.
Yeah.
They'll smell all this garlic and
like
lemon.
we don't have smell-o-vision yet, but if we did,
you should get it because it smells wonderful.
Now,
smell-o-vision.
Shrimp Scampi doesn't call for pepper flakes, but if you like spicy, if you're a spicy person, you can throw in pepper flakes. I
love spicy.
Let's see.
Love spicy.
Yes.
Okay, we'll throw
She said period.
She said period.
We're making it spicy today.
Per kitty.
All right, so now you see how all the sauce is coming together. You see that nice smooth velvet sauce. Okay, now at this point,
I don't see it. Where it at?
Open your eyes.
She's too busy.
I just think
wine.
it's funny.
Throw the shrimp back in.
She's too busy drinking wine. I am watching every
At this point,
move
we'll
that's
throw the
going on
shrimp
here.
in.
Oh my God.
Mix that around with the sauce. Get it all together. You're gonna want to throw your lemon. Save the lemon juice for last because you don't want all the lemon. Lemon juice will cook out real quick. That's why I added lemon zest. So still keep that lemon flavor.
To keep the lemon flavor.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
if you cook the lemon juice too long, it cooks out and you don't taste the lemon juice. At all.
Okay.
It just tastes like bitter. So you're gonna do the lemon juice at the end. That's one juice lemon, 1.5 around there. Mix that in. And while I'm doing that, let's move all this so I can bring the pasta over here. Now the pasta we already had pre-boiled. So, you got the pasta, bitch? Okay, come in. She's bringing it.
She better.
All right. So this I use linguine.
And also, can you tell them about leaving pasta in the water? I learned that
just
today.
found out about this.
I just been new today.
Always save pasta water. At least a cup of it, especially when you're putting it.
Just like when you guys save douche water, save your pasta water.
Okay, I don't think
You're not supposed to? Am I the only one?
I'm sorry. This is a cooking show. Why are you bringing that up? Bitch.
I thought it'd be a cute plot twist. What?
We don't. Girl, you M. Night Shyamalan. Don't do that. Do not do that, girl.
So you're gonna throw in your pasta. The water that drip, don't let it drip too much. Just throw it in. That pasta water will help soak up all the sauce. It'll help thicken the sauce and soak it up. I think that we should be good on the pasta. So just mix it around. Don't try this at home.
Oh, I already did, and I messed up my stove, my skin, everything. But you know what? I still kept trying it. I got it right once, and if I got it right once, I will try it again. So
here we have just a little bit of parsley chopped up.
Nice.
Throw that in at the end.
Fresh parsley, by the way.
Fresh chopped parsley. You can use dry parsley. I find fresh chopped parsley is better.
Now,
better.
when we were at the grocery store, we couldn't find what was called flat.
It's Italian flatly.
That's what it was.
That's what it, I see. I was right. I was right. So I bought the Italian part.
I was yelling at him, "Where's the flat fucking parsley?"
I think it's the Italian.
There's two different ones.
Parsley.
There's the curly parsley, which you can use. It tastes the same. I just find it harder to chop. So I use the Italian flatly parsley. I use Italian flatly parsley. Mix it in. Do you have the zester?
Now, is there a difference in flavor versus like the flat versus the curly, or is it pretty much the same thing?
No, it's almost the same thing. But when I feel like the curly leaf parsley gets stuck in your teeth.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
What you need, baby?
Zester?
What is that?
It's a grater.
I don't have a
sweetie.
grater.
It's a grater.
Where's
You
it
know-
on you, bro?
Oh my god!
I was like, a zester.
we're all looking at him like, you don't know what a zester is?
Speak English. Would you please?
Uno momento. We'll find
Okay, y'all have to realize we're at Julio's house, and Julio
I
has
found it.
She found it. She been found it.
Julio has 9
I have a limited
utensils.
supply
It
of.
fell on the side. No.
I only have so many appliances and tools to cook with.
All right.
Julio has
Most of
9.
it's decoration.
So now once
Exactly.
everything is mixed together, I go in and just zest it with some Parmesan.
Ooh,
You don't have to zest
a
it
fresh
with
block.
like a Parmesan like
Yeah.
I'm doing today. Normally, if I'm at home trying to cook something,
Can you do like grated already in the can?
Grated grated Parmesan.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
or let that fall in.
Wow. Can we start it all over again?
So, so just
So-
and
So here's a question: can you use have you seen the Kraft powdered?
No.
Oh,
Don't
see
use
that
that.
look? Show that look to the
That's it.
camera.
I heard it even mention Kraft powder.
First of all, that's disrespectful
wanted
as
to know.
fuck.
I wanted to know.
Second of all,
Because
you're
somebody's
not
gonna-
that girl.
Because somebody's gonna be
You're not that girl.
somebody's gonna be sitting at home going, "Oh, wait a minute,
It's
I
the
don't
Kraft powder for me.
I have to."
It's the please don't.
You just need enough to sprinkle in. It'll help thicken the sauce and bring everything together at the end.
Then just should I put some more?
But I did y'all see that look on his face when I said Kraft
Bitch, I was a stare.
powdered? You know,
That's one thing.
It was
I
like,
grew up
the
with-
fuck?
we used to put that on spaghetti
Exactly.
and on
I mean,
pizza.
I did too. But now as an adult,
Right.
we don't do that no more.
Oh.
She grew up.
So now we have to be an adult.
You don't have to. It's
My
not
worst
required.
pet peeve is when people make mashed potatoes out of a box.
I'm sorry. Who hurt you?
Mashed potatoes.
Who hurt you?
Okay,
Who hurt? Because I use mashed potatoes. It is quick and easy. It is
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Hot water.
Julio, I'm going to tell you this, and I agree with him.
No.
I do. There's nothing like
You know what? I'm gonna stand up for us.
I cut
Boil the
and
potatoes.
I wonder. I do wonder sometimes. Like, is this real potatoes? If it's not, it's still cute.
it's not that hard to cut up a couple of potatoes.
Okay, bitch. You
You
sit
can leave
there.
the skin on. You can take
Alright.
the skin off.
I'm
Whatever
gonna call you next time I need
prefer.
potatoes. I'm gonna call you.
Okay, and I will have potatoes ready for you in 5 minutes.
Same. I will too with the box.
But it's real potatoes, not girl. That's processed stuff.
It is, and I'm. You know what? The way my life is set up.
So once we're done, it's ready to serve. You see how quick and easy that was?
Mm-hmm.
You want to have me a bowl? All right, I'll serve you guys up.
That's what he said.
Serve you up some good noodle.
That's what he said too.
What was the premier dish that he cooked for you that made you go, you know what?
Yeah.
I want his D.
No, so actually, I think Indian food. He cooks really good Indian food. Believe it or not.
Really?
How's your curry?
Actually, I was just
Stay
gonna say
tuned.
that.
Stay
Part
tuned.
two. Part two next week.
Part 2 next week.
Curry's
With
called-
this
I don't give a fuck
curry.
what they say. Next week, part 2. Stay tuned.
But he could-
Coconut curry,
Yes.
regular. Oh,
Yes.
bitch, I love me a coconut curry.
So I have to get that once a week.
So can we, Julio? Can we get a quick story on that? On that when he cooked you that meal. Now, first of all,
How did y'all meet? Let's start
First of
there.
how did it end up?
Let's be gay for a minute.
How did it end up that he was cooking dinner?
Who
for
asked
you?
who out? Who slid in DM when and where? You slid in DM. I already know it. I know it.
Well, okay, let's go back.
Rewind.
Okay.
Rewind.
Since before
Let's go.
we knew each other. This is a Bayou day.
Damn.
So I was with my friend. I was like, I seen this guy from across the bar. The only way I noticed him
Was the light gleaming on him, shimmering, and
because of the mold.
Girl, let him tell a story.
And I was like, ooh, that guy's cute.
That's so
And I told my best friend, I was like, ooh, watch, one day I'm gonna get his number. And that night went away, whatever.
Yeah.
And then a few years later, I found him on Facebook.
years later, girl,
years
after that
later. A
night.
few years later,
Oh, you.
I added him on Facebook, and then we would just chit chat, and we would see each other out here and there, and then it all became just a booty call. So we were just
Yeah, 3 o'clock booty call.
You up? You up?
You up?
You up?
Exactly.
You up? What? YWD.
It was you up.
WYD better say. What you doing?
Yeah, so that was for about like 2 years.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
and then finally,
And then
we were taking a trip to Southern Decadence. And
In New Orleans.
I was at work. My friends had left. They didn't want to wait for me. So I'm like, hey, can I ride with you? Since I'm going too. So
my friends were like, why are you taking a boy too?
Ooh.
So,
This is a hoe fest.
how are you taking Santa to the beach?
exactly.
This is Southern Decadence. If you're not familiar with it,
Right.
Google it. It's a hoe fest. It's just like the one in San Francisco. What's that called?
I don't Google it because I don't
other
remember.
week. I forgot it. Folsom. It's like Folsom Week. It's similar but gayer and more more colors in New Orleans.
But I want to hear the rest of the story because I want to hear when he cooked you dinner that you said, "Oh,
Wait,
yes.
so we're telling how they met. Y'all went to New Orleans and go from there.
And then in New Orleans is when we finally decided, okay, do we want to be boyfriends? And that's when we became boyfriends. It was September 4th that weekend.
That was an interesting car ride.
6-year anniversary just passed.
Y'all talked about everything. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny how you only hit me up and saying I'm murdered.
It's so bad.
I think, he came to my house.
Anybody want any extra shit?
Yeah.
He ended up cooking dinner that day. He cooked the curry. He never went home after that.
Okay. It's like that TikTok. You can stay right here. I got your PlayStation ready. I'm gonna give you the Wi-Fi code. Your extra keys coming soon. You live here. Where do you think you're going?
Girl, I've already gone to the grocery store. You ain't going nowhere."
Period. I bought you a new game. Like the fuck?
All right. Julio, where's your forks?
In that drawer over there. Yes.
That way you guys can taste. Let me know what you think. I already know what he thinks.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, the funny thing is that it's not like we go on camera and go, "Oh shit, this is the worst shit I ever ate."
Okay, to be honest, I would.
What I tell my friends too, whenever I cook for them or whenever I have new recipes I want to try, I'm like,
be honest. Be
completely
blatantly
honest.
honest.
My friends at this point already know because
it's my
Yeah,
business.
exactly.
So they're gonna be completely honest. As if,
Salud,
as
girls.
If it wasn't me cooking for them.
So,
holy shit!
This is a good go-to. You want to impress somebody, you want to cook for somebody, quick and easy meal.
This is on point. This is no bullshit. Not because we're on camera, but this is fucking delicious.
I can taste the lemon.
I'm telling you,
I
Joel.
can taste the
Chefs and caterers moving forward. Every Wednesday we could be fed. Girl. Okay.
okay.
I rock with this.
So we're doing curry next week?
Yeah.
Well, we have some other stuff going on.
Oh, we will.
But see, and it's not like this crazy extravagant recipe that you can't do at home.
This is literally easy.
It's an easy, quick one and done. As long as you have everything prepped, what really takes so long is just prepping everything. As long as you have everything prepped, you can have it done in 30 minutes. 30-minute meals.
And there's not really a lot to prep.
Yeah.
I mean,
real quick, because the footage kind of did not record all the way through. How can people get a hold of you? How can people get access to you? So, where do they find you? How do they reach you?
We have our regular personal pages, but we also have a Facebook catering page.
Yes.
You can find us at Legacy Events Catering.
Yes.
On Facebook. We also have an Instagram page, which is at Legacy Events Catering as well. Most of our inquiries will come through our Instagram or Facebook Messenger. We get a lot through Instagram Messenger, though.
Yeah.
So hit us up there. We'll answer real quick. We don't answer within an hour.
So many dishes on there as well, like that we cooked in the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
One other thing about us, I think we're really good with our clients that we actually meet with them, try to see what they want.
Adapting to what they want.
Develop a menu.
Like we're actually doing a wedding next month, and it's a whole vegan wedding.
Okay, got it.
It's vegan, so.
And we don't have a lot of vegan dishes on our menu.
But
like, hey, can you do this? Blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I can do it. I'm like, let's sit down, figure something out, figure some recipes out, and that's what we did. We brought them to her, did a tasting.
So you guys do weddings, private events, romantic events, birthdays, anniversaries, anything and everything. Do you have an email account where they can reach you at?
We do have an email account. It's legacyfoodcatering@gmail.com. You can find it right here. Just email us. Shoot us a DM. Shoot us a text. All our contact info is on our Instagram and Facebook.
Perfect.
even if you need want to take food to a family gathering, we could also provide it to you. Pick it up. You could take it and say you cooked it, as long as you pay us.
If you want to try some of our foods, I'm also working the truck, the Eagle Eats.
There you go.
Right in front of Eagle. So, I mean, a lot of the food in there, it's stuff that we made, stuff like that.
So, by the way, Joey also works at Eagle. When he's not doing the catering stuff, he's working at Eagle. They have a food truck called Eagle Eats. And are most of those recipes some of your recipes?
Yeah,
okay.
Some of them were my recipes. So, I mean, that's a lot of stuff that we also do in our catering as well. So, if you do want to try some of our food, that's a good place to go.
And I've heard people, the several bars that I worked at this point, I do hear occasionally, let's go Eagle Eats and eat. Let's go Eagle.
It's not your regular taco truck.
He's into several restaurants. Okay.
No, it is not. And I will attest to that. It is not. Oh, my God.
You went to several hospitals.
I had a burrito there.
Hotel hopper.
Amazing.
I mean, bar hopper and a dick hopper.
And Julio, I actually got into an Uber just so I can go to Eagle Eats, get something to eat.
Served you.
Yes, you served me several times just to get something to eat from Eagle Eats,
Yeah.
and then go back home and play video games.
Yeah.
And I would see Charlotte. And Charlotte would come out and say, "Hey, Joel, are you going to stay at the bar?" And I'm like, "No, girl, I just came to Eagle Eats.
Yeah.
I'll have one drink while I'm waiting, and I'm out."
When is y'all's food truck coming?
We got stuff coming up this year.
Nice.
So we have stuff in the works. We are planning to have something open before the end of the year ends.
Yes. Perfect.
Or have the process started. So if it's not open by the end of the year, it's going to be open by January, February.
I'm excited for you guys.
So we're not giving out too much info on that.
Not yet.
As of right now, because we want it to be, it's in the oven cooking.
Okay. All puns intended.
We're getting our menu together. We're testing on people.
Yes.
I'm
down to
anything. We're going to do
I'm down to test food, by the way. Just let me know when.
Our menu. So
you're down to test food. I'm down to test food too.
How do you feel about adding scallops to this?
Scallops work perfect with this.
Yes. I was about to say, girl, I can see some scallops into this.
I like clams and
clams are really good.
Girl.
Yes, clams.
Bitch, you should have told us. We would have bought it.
Seafood lovers.
You should have told us. We would have bought them.
I would have bought clams.
Longer than shrimp.
Okay.
So I wanted to do something that was quick and easy. But you can do clams, scallops, shrimp. If you don't like seafood, you can just do it with chicken.
Okay, there you go.
Chicken, you could just do the pasta by itself. Put a
and if you're not a meat eater, tofu, anything like that works with it.
Tofu, or you could do it without
vegetables only.
Yeah, you can do it vegetables. The same way you're doing is just changing the
a lot of vegans. There are several different varieties of mushrooms that are absolutely delicious. That would work very well with the pasta dish.
Can
I have one of these?
Back to the vegan wedding. So we have a vegan wedding coming up. And I was like,
thank you, man.
I wanted to
take them all.
The couple's vegan, but their families and all their guests are not vegan. So I'm like, I want to do vegan food that is not presented as vegan food. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we have a lot of vegan dishes. People are going to be eating it. They're not even going to know it's vegan. Like we have meatballs, Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, cilantro lime rice, all kinds of stuff. We're doing the bruschettas on there as well. Spring rolls. So I'm very excited about that. That's going to be our first vegan.
And just curious question: in your catering menu, you can cook practically anything, any style of food,
so
any health issues.
If you don't have an idea of what you want, we also have a set, our set menu. Like, hey, this is what we provide. You can pick from here.
This is the most popular.
Like this. What I like to do with my clients, though, like if you're a new client and you come to me, I like to get to know you.
Yes.
So what kind of event are you doing? Who is it for? How many people? And then I get into what kind of allergies does people have? What kind of allergies do you have? What's your favorite
preferences?
Food? What's your preference? What do you like? What do you don't like? And then from there,
we build a menu from there.
Yeah, we build a menu from there. I offer them maybe 4 or 5 proteins. Like, hey, this is what we can do. Offer them 4 or 5 sides, and I let them choose from that. So every menu is not going to be the same. Every event is not going to be the same. Right. But I do it based off the client, what they like, what works for them, because we're a catering company.
Yes, correct.
So. And then before I do anything, I run it by him. I was like, hey, what do you think of this? Because I like to get a second opinion. And
of course.
He's my second set of eyes or second set of ears, and I run it by him. What do you think of this? And a lot of times, people are like, what if you try this with this? What if you try this with this? And it works out. So I think that's a good thing about having somebody who worked in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, I see it from a different point.
Of course, yeah.
Because you need a business person.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
see it. Yeah, exactly.
He's the business guy. I'm the recipe guy. Because this is my.
Don't get me wrong. I do really good food as well. I come up with really good recipes.
Okay.
Let me find out, Joey.
Hey,
No, he does.
Joey knows how to cook.
Okay, you heard her here first.
He cooks right now.
I have gotten into an Uber to go to Uber Eats. He can cook.
Yeah.
I mean, to go to
try Eagle Eats.
Yes.
Okay.
Go try Eagle Eats right in front
I
of
do
the
hear
Eagle.
it randomly, like out of nowhere. No bullshit, real talk. Like I've heard people say, "Let's go eat."
I
Eagle
have
Eats.
skipped
Straight
over
up.
5 or 6.
Oh, I craving this and that.
Yeah, I have skipped over 5 or 6 other food trucks to go to that one.
Work, it was a fun project with them. So I'm glad people enjoying it.
Do you get creative freedom as far as food wise in there, or nice?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait a minute. Were you in the truck? Were you in the food truck at the time that I got hit?
Not the tea.
No.
You got hit.
Thank you.
No. I was
Girl,
sitting
I just got hit.
I was sitting at the Eagle. I was sitting on the front patio, and I was thinking about, but y'all weren't open at the time yet. It was like early today. I think I got there about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Somebody hit the truck.
'Cause I had to do something with Charlotte because Charlotte was doing like a photo shoot or something.
Okay.
And I'm sitting outside, and they're getting ready inside the truck, and this car backs up out of the thing, hits the food truck,
Sideswipe the whole truck.
sideswiped the whole thing, and then
What
took
the
off.
fuck?
Yes.
So that was a Sunday.
Yes.
Okay.
Sunday fun day.
Yes. And I was sitting
Someone
right
was
there
lit.
I was sitting right there watching the whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And then they chased him down the street to get he kept right on going.
Oh, bye. She said bye, girl.
She said bye.
said no insurance.
She said,
Catch you later.
No, wait a minute.
No insurance, not my problem.
She better have insurance because she was driving a nice car. She was driving a very
You'd be surprised. You would be
I
surprised.
know, he called me. He's like, well, I don't think he was even at the truck. I think he was like on his way to work.
Yeah.
And I was already out drinking. So he called me. I was like, I'm probably at Rebar or like Mary's or Ripcord. And he's like, somebody just hit the truck. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's great, babe. Have a good time. Bye. He's over here panicking. Like, motherfucker.
Because that's such a vivid memory for me because I'm like, I can't believe this bitch just hit this thing and then drove down the street, and I'm watching 5 queens run down the street trying to get the license plate.
What's worse is the workers he had with him at the time. So it's like the car just swiped. It's not like it bashed into it and
Right.
flipped the truck.
Yeah, no, it didn't
just
flip
scratched
it.
it, basically.
It just pushed it.
But
It just
but
pushed
they were like,
it.
well, I have back problems. Girl,
Not the insurance claims out of nowhere.
But
My neck, my back.
My neck, everybody.
Okay.
But the person inside,
That would be me, girl.
he was just doing his thing, just getting everything ready to open up. Because I had asked him if it was open. He goes, no, we're going to open in about 20 minutes. And I said, okay. And he was just doing his thing. And next thing I know, he is standing right there, and I'm watching him right through that's how close I am. I'm sitting there watching him right through the window.
No, I mean it's still
And
scary because when I walk on the truck, I mean you have to realize there's oil in there.
That's true.
There's hot grease. There's all kinds of stuff going on in there.
That part. I didn't think of
People
that.
don't understand that.
I mean, the oil splash.
Oh,
everywhere.
Lord.
Imagine that hitting you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hot oil.
Oh,
Ugh, girl, my.
50 degrees.
And luckily, I don't think that the oil was super hot yet. I don't even think he had turned on the.
No, it was on.
Oh,
Was it on?
Oh.
It was
When
on.
you leave lube in your car,
Tell us that story.
Houston Day, and try to use it.
Yeah, and what happens after?
Well, I haven't tried to use it. I'm saying if
Did you get any
I'm
oil?
gonna try to use
Did
it.
you get any oil burns?
Okay.
Maybe.
Lube burns?
Maybe Luberns.
Lube burns?
Just turn it around. Julio understands this. It's happened to him many times.
I've
Where do
had-
you think all the scars came from?
It's happened to him many
Thank you.
times.
As somebody who speaks from experience,
Yeah, exactly.
somebody has a background in warm lube.
He parks in that hot garage during the summer. It's happened to him several times.
I parked it in several garages. If you ask me,
I'm sure.
No garage. Me too. No, I'm lying. I'm lying to myself. Period.
Yes, because
Are
several people.
you gonna finish that?
You want the rest of it? I'm actually not going to finish it.
Not on camera.
Well,
I'm
you
watching
already asked
my.
on camera. So
I'm
you know
watching
what?
my
I don't
weight.
have a problem with it. So. I'm gonna eat it right on
There
camera.
goes your plate.
And that's how you get beat up on the spot, Joe.
It is delicious.
And that's how you play with my food. You play with my emotions.
I'm sorry, but
I'm sorry for you, sis.
you said off camera.
Interview over. Shut it down. Turn the lights off.
I'm
You
only.
just see the camera hitting him.
I know. I'm only gonna take 2 bites, y'all. It's so good. It's so.
You ain't shit.
It's so good.
And you know what's even better is you could the next day it tastes just as good because the sauce is just butter.
Bitch, I
butter,
love meat.
lemon.
Love me a
And
leftover.
pasta water.
Leftovers?
Heat it up for maybe like a minute or so because you don't need it really hot. You just need it warm.
Bro, that pasta water tip was pro tip.
yeah.
I did not. I would always just drain the fuck out of the spaghetti.
No. Even if you drain your pasta water, get a cup of it and put it to the side.
That
before you-
part.
Yes. Every recipe that I do that
Just
involves
like your warm lube.
pasta,
Put it up one
I
cup
put-
to the side.
Put a half a cup of water
Before-
to the side, and I use it. Girl,
Scrape it off.
it has made such a
Come here,
difference.
come here.
Let's save this for later. Can you imagine?
Very frugal.
Lube is expensive.
This season on Houston Extreme Cheapskates.
Oh my god,
Recycling on lube. I'll filter the lube, bitch. Period.
he is. Look what you did. Look what you
Why do you
did
have
to
a
him.
sifter on the side of your bed?
Oh, God.
Look what y'all did to him. He's so happy and giggly right now. For
Oh,
eating.
girl, this Pinot Grigio. This fucking Pinot is hitting hard.
Cheers,
not the-
guys.
Come through barefoot.
It's not the Pinot. It's the food.
Girl. Oh, my gosh.
Because good food will put you in such a great mood.
It will.
Recycle your lube.
It'll put you in a good mood or in a
Reuse.
good nap.
Or a good nap.
Period. Reuse, recycle your lube. You heard it here first. Yes, sir.
I didn't realize we were still. Are we still talking about lube?
Yeah, girl.
We were talking about food. I don't know.
Oh,
We were talking about
We were talking about food.
we were talking about.
You were still on the. You were still.
I am very concerned about the environment, Joe, and I take lube seriously. And the fact that you want to tag me in front of my friends, I just think that you're sick. You're sick.
We need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation.
This Pinot is hitting me hard right now. If you can't tell.
This is a bourbon.
Drunk
girl.
me is coming out.
This is a bourbon.
I'm
girl.
usually a whiskey guy, so this wine is throwing me off just a little bit.
All I know is that the food was excellent.
It was, y'all.
Excellent.
Straight up.
It was excellent.
We are going to post all your social media, all your emails, all your tags, all your
And
links.
this is what Joey gets at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Ooh. Damn, you lucky fucking
So why do you
bitch.
think
I'm
he stuck
sorry.
around for 6 years?
Lucky
sorry.
bitch.
Are we still talking about food or are we talking about something else?
A little bit of both.
Recycle lube. We're still talking about recycle
Because
lube.
when we got together, we were at
You
least
imagine?
20 pounds lighter than what we are now.
Aw, I believe that.
I believe that.
Look
But
at
that's,
it.
that's what happens when you get married,
Yeah.
especially when one of them is a really good cook.
Well, with two of them are really good cooks,
But
honestly.
when two of them are really good cooks, it's like, oh my God. Y'all ain't never gonna leave the house.
And you know 6 years in gay years, and you're basically like lived a lifetime.
That's like dog years. 100 years married. Like, oof, girl. That's a
Y'all-
lot.
Wait a minute, y'all are still young. How old are y'all, to be honest?
I'm 35.
35.
Just turned 32 July.
Y'all are still young.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I said. I'm like, I want to grow older with you. I want to be able to trip people with our canes.
I can see you doing that. I can see him doing
Still
that.
doing Sunday
You didn't
Funday.
see the
On
nachos
purpose.
as other people?
Still doing Sunday Funday.
I missed that day. Charlotte invited me to. So Charlotte was doing like an old people day at Montrose on Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah.
And I totally.
I had to work and I couldn't make it. And and then I went, wait a minute.
You would have fit
All
right in.
day. I don't want to. No, I'm already old.
I don't want to participate in
I don't want to
this.
participate in that.
You would have fit right in.
I do not want to participate in that.
They're
No.
twerking. and
No, we had so much fun, and we had our little walkers with us. We made it, and we went to Rebar, and we were saying hi to our friends. They just looked at us crazy. They didn't know who we were. They literally thought we were like
Old
two
people.
old guys with our walkers at the bar ordering drinks.
All I would have thought was sugar daddies.
And
That's
then
all I would have
so
thought.
They realized it was us. They're like, oh, yeah, I didn't know.
Sugar daddy.
Oh,
10 o'clock.
Go to Tony's.
girl, we ain't sugar daddies. We're Splendid Daddy.
The substitute sugar.
That's it.
That's it.
But you know,
That's it.
but you know sometimes the sad thing about gay life, sometimes
Uh-oh.
the sad thing is
Here we go.
you'll be talking to a 22-year-old and they'll just be talking about this and that and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, and then they're like, I'm so afraid of getting old, and I'm like, it's not going to be that bad. She goes, well, what happens when I turn 25?
Oh, girl.
Let me walk.
Bye.
I'm 55.
Let me look at the camera like this.
Look at her,
Did you
Joe.
say 25
Tell her.
is-
Tell her again. She ain't shit. She ain't shit. What? What about it?
Okay, if 25 is old to you, girl,
you're-
I must be God.
You're gay ancient. You're gay ancient.
I tell people like when you hit your 30s, that's when you're officially an adult. Because your 20s, you're still figuring
True.
yourself out.
That's true.
You're probably still living at home with your parents.
That's
if
true.
you're not, you're living on your own, but you're still figuring yourself out of who you are as a person.
Period.
When you finally get to your 30s, you're like, okay, I'm an adult. I don't give a fuck what nobody says about me. I don't care. You see?
Look at this.
You really don't care about other people's opinions.
I see him looking at
He
it.
kept looking at it.
Because
I felt like that he was only talking to you so that he can get to that food.
That's it. That was it.
That was the only
Sorry,
reason.
I used you to get
He
to
just
him.
wanted to use you so he can get to him, but getting to him meant getting the food. So this is. I mean, like I said, this is an easy meal. This fool will put up the recipe and all the stuff.
Oh, everything.
All
Bitch,
the
for
stuff.
real.
He'll put up all your.
I think in total, the cooking time, it'll usually take 20 to 30 minutes. That's another little tip. So you know how I was reducing the sauce. If you don't think it's enough sauce, you think your sauce is reducing too much, add a little bit of chicken stock in it.
Okay.
A little bit of chicken stock will stretch it out, and it'll still keep the flavor. Don't add water because that water will dilute it.
What about the pasta water?
You can add pasta water, but still, I would still say, throw a little bit of chicken stock in it. It'll keep the flavor and just stretch it out more.
We love a good stretch.
And for those of us who like it a little bit spicier,
And stretchy.
what kind of peppers would
Just
you?
regular red chili flakes.
Red
That's what
chili
I use,
flakes.
Red chili flakes.
Because
And if you're like him, every time I cook for him, sriracha all over. Literally, if I would have made this at home, babe, can you bring me the sriracha?
Oh,
Did you try your food first?
period. Divorce.
That's what I tell him. I'm like, I don't mind.
I keep the dogs.
I hate to use the sriracha, but don't squeeze it on before you even touch your fork to the food.
look at
You would say, wait, how do you do this?
Yeah, right. You're on the right side.
That's what he said.
he doesn't. Poor thing. Poor thing. Look at
That's gonna clog you up.
girl. This
I wasn't.
you do not cook at home at all.
No. You see that? You see the express button, the 1 minute, 2 minute. That's my friend.
You know her very well.
Actually, she had the cleanest stove I think I've ever seen.
For the longest time, I didn't. I hate microwaves. The only reason we have one now is because we are one of our friends is living with us, and he doesn't cook a lot. So
Your roommate?
out there, he'll use a microwave. So I'm like, okay, we can get
You have a roommate who doesn't appreciate your cooking?
No, well, I don't cook. I'm not there all the time. I cook at nighttime. That's the only time I only cook dinners.
They're not at
If
home.
he's there, and you can use the microwave. I don't care. But
real chefs don't use microwaves.
I hate
They don't.
microwaves.
Oh.
I hate microwaves, and I hate boxed mashed potatoes.
Those are my favorites. Just throwing that out
The
there.
worst.
They come highly recommended by Chris Legacy. Thanks.
Some of the chefs that I know who have used microwaves, they only use it to melt stuff.
Yeah. Just like if you need melted butter.
If you need melted butter or what have you.
Melted chocolate, I'll use it for. If I want to reheat the leftovers, I do it in the pan.
But if you're working in a super busy kitchen in a restaurant, there are certain things that you will throw that you pre-cook ahead of time.
Yeah.
But you don't cook it all the way. You throw it into the microwave. You add a little whatever. That's usually mostly dessert sometimes. Maybe, I think at the restaurant I work with, we have one dish that we throw into the microwave because it's already been cooked.
Soup.
And
Ramen.
it had been cooking for like 12 hours, and then they would chill it and then throw it in the microwave and then put it on top of the food. But that's the only dish that they ever do. So... And it's the one dish I don't order.
And we used to have people come over our house all the time, like, hey, I want to reheat the food, or hey, I want to reheat my leftovers. We don't have a microwave, sorry.
Ooh. Sorry,
On
girl.
the stove.
I heat everything on the stove.
Yeah, that's how I do it now, too. I heat everything. Especially fried rice is the best reheated on the stove because it gets that crispiness.
I rolled. So
And I have soy sauce. I have hoisin sauce. I have all the sauce.
We have all that too. We got our pantry, our whole top row.
I can only imagine your
we have a walk-in
pantry.
pantry now.
Girl, I believe.
Yeah.
The whole top row is all different kinds of sauce. Any sauce you can think of, we have it there.
I believe it. Girl.
So, you've been to our house before.
Yes, I have. When?
I have video.
You don't remember? We have video footage.
I remember now. I do remember. Oh, for your crawfish boil. I remember. Yes.
Because it sounded intriguing.
It was good.
I have video.
We invited a lot of our.
I think I texted y'all like.
In the Montrose area.
I might have texted you like a month later, like, damn, crawfish boil sounds.
Make it to worth it.
Oh, that was some good crawfish. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good party too.
I'm gonna be honest, not a big fan of crawfish.
What?
I have tried several times.
Who is she?
I do not.
Well,
like
you know what?
crawfish.
Too, I like crawfish, but if it's between crawfish or shrimp, I'll go shrimp.
I'll go shrimp every time.
Oh.
I do not.
I'll
Like
do
crawfish.
both.
But we have a secret. We do a secret Cajun butter.
Yeah, they do.
We don't tell the rest. Well, there's a lot of ingredients.
There's copies and imitations out there.
I want to say 10 to 12 ingredients,
But they don't have the real.
They don't have the real.
It's to die for. We give it to people. People always tell us we need a jar. I think we are gonna jar it.
You should jar it.
Wait, sell it out of your food truck.
But
Yeah.
That
I
part
think we should
right
get-
there. Mason jar beach.
Julio, I
Period.
think you and I should get a jar of that because I want to see what I could use that
you
for.
can use it for everything.
Do you guys also?
I've made it with pasta before too. I'll use it.
Do you make
one time.
Do you make organic lube by chance? Just
I do. It's called canola oil.
not canola.
I use olive oil. Healthy.
Olive oil is
It's healthier, safer from the environment.
I'm sorry. She ate. She's in the mood.
She's
scaring me because she's going to have to drive me home. And
That part. Oh, I forgot.
yes, you have to drive me home, girl. Because I'm not staying at your house now. You have too much lube on your mind.
You have any left?
Go out, buy a sifter.
You have- yeah.
Lube, bed.
Recycle. Can you imagine? Ugh, disgusting.
What is this? That's why he has a sifter. It catches all the little crusties and
Butt particles.
particles.
I know. We just
We're
went there.
Conscious of the earth.
The environment.
Word. So,
That part.
so are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
We have a great episode so far.
We had a great episode. Do we have a great episode so far?
Fuck yes, we are. No, this is a good episode. We're good. We're done. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for like coming over, cooking for us, showing us some stuff, talking about this stuff. Like highly impressed by this recipe. So thank you.
And by the way, I don't think we really mentioned this. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe, follow, and like.
Hit the notification bell button.
Yeah, hit the notification bell. Subscribe and like, because I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I'm like, we always forget to do that. We always forget to do that. So
is that why you only have 5 followers?
yeah, exactly.
I just think it's funny.
Because it's like, oh, I watched your video, but I guess I'm not being told you guys are too pretentious. So
We
don't
might not
listen,
upload this
subscribe.
episode.
That's why I put Visine in your food.
And now I know. Well, I can see you better. You shady fucking.
And that's why she ate 2 bowls of it.
Yeah, exactly.
One.
Exactly.
One
And then I had to
bowl.
fight. Then I had to fight the bitch for the bowl.
We
First bowl.
almost got in a fight. We
almost got in a fight. That's exactly how good the food is.
So don't forget, guys. I'm gonna post all the links, all the information, how you can find them, how you can contact them. Reach out to them. Please let them cater your next event. No matter what it is, they can fucking do it.
And I hope everybody had a good time watching this episode. I hope everybody had a good time learning a lot.
I didn't. I didn't.
I hope you honestly did not learn anything from Julio about lube or anything else. I don't know what's going on with him. He is never like
talking.
this.
That was a Pinot Grigio talking.
We are never feeding him Pinot Grigio ever again, y'all. Never again.
Give me this.
On the second bottle.
Exactly.
To be honest.
I know, right? Good Lord.
Not that I wasn't going to trade.
He's most of it in the cooking dough, bitch. He's half the stuff in the cooking.
What do they call it? Melted and whatever evaporated is. Yeah, I know what she did.
Yeah,
you set me up. She set me up
she don't
to
know.
fail.
She ain't gonna know nothing tomorrow. She is. I'm telling you right now. She is not gonna know nothing. The next time we have a chef on, he's gonna be like, "So what do you do with that wine?"
And if you are a chef,
do you need wine? Because we'll bring it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you are a chef, you are interested, please let us know. We welcome you with open arms.
Oh my God,
that part. So, anyways, I think
we're done. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Like and subscribe. Is it like and subscribe and follow?
You can go follow us on Instagram, Facebook. If you want to reach out for an event,
Yes.
you want to reach out for a birthday party. If you need to take food for a birthday party, we got you.
Even if you want to do
Events Catering at Legacy Events Catering, both Facebook and Instagram. DM us, message us.
Yes. If you, private events, birthdays, anniversaries, a romantic dinner, anything and everything you can think of, these guys can do it for you. Thank you guys so
much for being on the show.
Us.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Salud.
I'm sorry you didn't get to eat any food because you ate it all.
I just think it's funny. And we're
Good
out.
night, all.
This show is sponsored by Tubi's Woodworking. Tubi gives you wood. Also brought to you by Bitch Boy Undies. Get you a pair or else. You can follow the show on most social media at That Lil Gay Talk Show. Check out the website, thatlilgaytalks.com. Music and vocals by Jamie D of Diamond Cut Entertainment.